Howdy do, fellas. Frankie Day here on YouTube. Okay, guys, for this overcast and cloudy, rainy Monday evening, I had the final reveal for my spring build, Dumas balsa wood kit, AT-6 Texan. Okay, guys, I got it all finished. Believe you me, I've been on this thing pretty steadily, and believe you me, I still have not got the VV 222 done yet. I'm going to hop on that as soon as after this video and have the final reveal for her tomorrow, hopefully. I've been too busy toying around with other projects, fellas. Well, Frankie Day got out of hand, and so actually behind. And so I'm trying to catch up and get back on track again. Went and got me a new automobile today. My transmission went out at my Nissan truck I have, and it took a crap on me, and so I got it home, and to find to my surprise, the transmission on a Nissan pickup truck is about $4,000 or $5,000. I said, well, that much money, I can put payment down on a brand new car. And that's what I did. So I got a very nice vehicle. I'm very happy, and my wife is very happy, and I guess I'm happy too, and very grateful for what I have, and very fortunate what I don't have. Okay, guys, getting back to the build, AT-6 Texan. Right here, I didn't do no painting on this thing at all. Only thing I painted on this thing, fellas, is painted the landing gear struts, the landing gear covers, anti-glare panel on top of the fuselage, and virtually that's about it. So it's a sanded well. I got me a scale over here. I work on balsa models, right? Fellas. Excuse me, guys. I want to sound like I'm talking to myself. Got tongue-tied. Okay, I got me a little scale here. It measures grams and ounces. And I took this here scale right here, and I measured my AT-6 Texan on it, and it weighs 4 ounces. It weighs 4 ounces, which is maybe a little, it could be a little heavy, but not too heavy. And I haven't measured the grams yet, weighed for grams, but I imagine it's over 475 grams this thing weighs. So she weighs about, with rubber and the prop on, everything all done as she is right now, she weighs precisely 4 ounces, which is not too bad. It'll take about 6 strands of rubber to provide enough thrust for this thing to fly. So next month, when the weather cheers up a little bit, gets a little warm, I'm going to go down to behind the church or over next to my house, and go out to the nice, beautiful looking field out there. I bet there's probably about 3 acres of land out there, and a vast field with grass about 10 inches tall, perfect for these balsa wood models. It cushions them from getting busted. So tall grass is very, very mostly highly welcome on balsa wood models, fellas. A lot of guys that have scale aircraft with landing gear, they don't even put landing gear on. They just put them in a flying mode, you know, and let them land on the grass by their own. My AT-6 has got her landing gear on. She's I haven't properly weighed her yet, so it'll probably be a little bit more than 4 grams. That's why I add the weight to it. And so I got to look at the plans and find out the center of gravity of it, whether this thing will set evenly in flight. And so she'll fly quite well. Like I say, fellas, when you're building these balsa wood kits, they're a whole different world compared to plastic and cardstock and anything else that's out there. I mean, especially these flying kits, you know. You got to build very, very concise. You got to make sure you build light but build strong, and you got to know where a lot of areas out there will take more shock in case of crash or landings. That's got to be beefed up. But like I said before, build light but build strong, and trim adjustments. Some guys use trim tabs by taping on pieces of cellulite. Plastic, clear plastic, like you get in model airplanes. You use that for trim tabs to control their trim. And in some cases, guys use thrust. I use thrust. And on my thrust right here, it can be adjustable. Some guys use shim blocks. They get the nose button on there where the pop comes out. They put a piece of wood behind there to shim it, give it right thrust or left thrust. But I always make myself a mechanical thrust, adjustable thrust button. I'll show you right here, fellas. Like right here, this is the cowling plug that comes off the front of the fuselage. This is the prop. And behind here, this is my adjustment using a Phillips head screwdriver. Take a Phillips head screwdriver, stick it in that hole right there, and loosen it. And by turning it this way and that way, it adjusts my prop pitch. I show you here. Look very carefully. See how it changes? Just by using that thrust adjuster on here. That's how I trim my airplane. Right flight, left glide. Because you don't want to make one thing with certain fellas, you don't want to make chasers out of these things. Where a lot of guys they have the rudder in neutral position, so that it'll be able to keep it going straight after the prop and you end up chasing them. But me, I like to have the rudder a little bit to the right, and with right and down thrust, it'll take off, fly in a right circle. And when the power craps out, after that, it'll glide left and it'll descend to earth and land. Okay, guys, enough chatting right here. Here she is right here, the AT-6 Texan. Okay, guys, this is what I got done on her. She's all finished. And I got the prop on, as I showed you before, how it operates, with the thrust button. I got the undercarriage on there, as you can see. And this is a very, very beautiful airplane. I mean, the thing hardly weighs anything. It's just all balsa wood and tissue, what they give you in the kit. And this thing will fly. There's no warps in the wings. Everything's straight and true. So I got 6 strands of rubber soaking in the bag with glycerin in there for motor lube, and I gotta go down picking up a winder. I figure with 1,700 turns, so this thing in 30 inches of rubber, this thing will hunt for the clouds, no problem at all. And it's a tad heavy because it's a big airplane. It's coconut scale, and with tissue, and also the canopy weighed a little bit too. It had a lot of weight there in the canopy. And you got the prop and the landing gear is about the heaviest thing about the kit. Other than that, it's just virtually light. A gust of wind will blow it away. But anyway, fellas, this is my complete final reveal for my AT-6 Texan. And they call it the AT-6 on the box. This ain't nothing but an SNJ-5. United States Navy, all-purpose Navy training aircraft, what they used. And the North American AT-6 Texan was a well-proven designed aircraft, well admired by its pilots, who trained on during the post-World War years, World War II years, and they were actually right now they're actually become obsolete from the Army, Air Force, United States Navy, and Marines as late as 1958. And they started going to T-28 Trojans and Buckeyes and everything else. And so most of these today are in museums and private collections of collectors. And you'll see a lot of them at air shows you go to. So these things are still flying, and there's plenty out there, fellas. Okay, guys, this is a Dumas kit. This is known as the category. You got peanut, walnut, coconut, and jumbo. This is coconut scale. Any aircraft that has a wingspan of 30 inches or larger is considered a coconut scale. Now jumbo is anywhere from 50 inches up to 6 feet. That's classified as a jumbo. And so this is coconut scale. This thing has a 35-inch wingspan, and the wings are real straight, no warps in them at all, so I don't think I have any difficulty at all flying this monster. And she'll fly it very reasonably well. And I got to see how her glide works before I give her power flights. And after her glide trials are satisfied, I'll go ahead and give her some power up. And I'll start out with left thrust and see what it does, and give it right thrust and work from there. And so trimming these airplanes is the key, guys, because these airplanes fly by themselves. They're in the mercy of the frontier of the sky. Okay, guys, we'll bring the video back to yours truly, and I'll turn and make the video, and I'll discuss what I'll be doing next. Okay, here I am, fellas. Okay, guys, I got this set up a bunch of plans. I always say I got them in my file locker. I got them inside vanilla envelopes, office envelopes you call them, stationary envelopes, however they're used for. Anyway, I use those to keep all my plans in, and I write above them Gwillo's plans, Aeronautica, or Beechcraft, whatever, and so on. So I got me out a plan sheet. It's a Henry Struck plan, and I was toying around making a World Douglas cruiser aircraft. Now here's the plan right here that I got that I'm working off of. This is the Douglas World Cruiser. I think it was 5 example aircraft. These were back in the middle 1920s, 24, 25. You had 5 of these aircraft built by Douglas Aircraft Company, and they're supposed to make the round world cruises, which they did. This is right before Lindbergh achieved his final goal of crossing the North Atlantic, being the first airplane to go across the Atlantic and land in a foreign country, as planned. And this is going to be a nice build. I get done with it. On this sheet here I showed you, it's got the wings, fuselage, everything in here. Screwy set of plans though, but like I say, you know, everything I need to build this airplane is in this plan right here. And this, when she's done, it'll look like this right here. You fellas out there probably seen it. This is old golden age of aviation. Now we got one of these at the Air Force Space Museum, the Wright-Patterson Air Force Space Museum here in Dayton, Ohio. They got one back there in the World War I exhibit department. And I kid you not, this is a big beast. I mean, the wingspan's 52 feet long, almost the size of a TBF Avenger torpedo bomber. The Douglas Cruiser was a big beefy airplane that had a Liberty engine in it. And it can carry 2 personnel. And so far I've been in between drying sessions on the AT-6 Texan. I went ahead and started the fuselage construction on that World Cruiser right there. So I'll be doing this as another spring build, and I'll be finishing up on my BV 222, get it all done and finalized, and as soon as Martin gets ready and Warren gets ready, we're going to start our Airfix 124 scale buddy build featuring the Airfix 124 scale Hawker Typhoon. That's going to be a big buddy build right there. And of course, any of you fellas out there got one of these in your stash, you want to jump in, come on in. To my knowledge, Mr. Warren Blanchard and myself are the hosts of this buddy build. And actually Warren of Strike Eagle Models, he more or less promulgated the idea, let's get a buddy build of the Typhoon. He's got one, and I got one. And he gave me, I bought one off him all the way from England. And I'm very honored, Warren. Thank you, dear friend, sir. And he's got one too. He had 2 in total, so he sold me one. And Martin's got one too. And so we're gonna get we have 3 of us be shaking down that Typhoon. So that's coming up probably next month, or maybe later on this month sometime, or whatever. When Martin gets his house all squared away and has got his workshop all tuned and ready to go how he wants it, and Frankie Day's ready and waiting. Okay, guys, that's it for the night. So stay tuned tomorrow for the final reveal of the BV 222. And thank you very much for tuning in. May God bless. Make Mama happy. Please subscribe. And happy modeling. This is Frankie Day signing off. We'll catch you on the final reveal of the BV 222 White King flying boat. Bye, boys.